The immediate cause of human suffering, we may say, is attachment. Again, I repeat, the immediate cause of human suffering can be said to be attachment. But the root cause, from where does this attachment spring? That is the important point. What is that root cause? Unless we go to the root, this attachment cannot be uprooted. So there is a need for us to go to the roots. So what is the root? What is this genesis of this phenomenon called attachment? Let us try to understand that. You say in Vedanta comes a very beautiful picturization of our state of existence. And one of the beautiful depictions of our state of existence as we are is found in Sri Shankaracharya's magnanimous piece of writing, which is known as Adhyasa Bhashya, which tells us precisely how we have come to be in a state in which we find ourselves to be. There he states, of course, this is all based upon the main principles of the Upanishad, but Sri Shankara has put it so succinctly, so clearly that it is simply brilliant. There are two things. If we just examine ourselves and the world which we are experiencing, we should understand there are two things. One is Chaitanya. Now, Chaitanya is just a word. Though we are that, we are presently not experiencing it. That is one thing. Chaitanya is also called as Ātman or Brahman. These are the words all of you must be familiar with. This Chaitanya or consciousness, we can say, these are all terms, English terms, terms which are somewhat proximate to what exactly it means. English terms are always not sufficient or it is not enough to express what exactly these Sanskrit terms connote. But still we have to, as this class is going on in English, we have to use these terms. So we can say it's consciousness. So on one side we have this pure consciousness with this Chaitanya, which is known as Ātman. And the other side we have Jada. Jada means that which is opposed to consciousness, which is matter, material, or that which is Anatma. So Chaitanya is the Ātman and the Jada is the Anatman. Now, Shankaracharya says, or Vedanta says, Upanishad also says, that these two things, truly speaking, they can never mix up. They can never mingle. The Chaitanya can never become Jada, and the Jada can never become Chaitanya. But Sri Shankara very beautifully says, I'm not going into the detail of the Adhyasa Bhashya, but I'm just giving the outline. So though this Chaitanya and the Jada can never mix up, they cannot mix to become one entity, yet in our life we find that this Chaitanya has started understanding itself to be Jada. It has mixed up with the Jada. Now this is the predicament. The moment the Chaitanya begins to understand itself to be the Jada, what happens is that infinite Chaitanya, limitless, which is complete, which is Purna, that Purna Chaitanya, because of its association with Jada, it begins to think itself to be limited. This is the first outcome. The infinite Brahman appears to become a Jiva, what we are. So we are actually speaking Chit Jada Granthi, the mixture of Chaitanya and Jada. The infinite Brahman, through its association with a small piece of matter, it has come to believe that it is a small individual. The infinite appears to have become limited. And the moment it appears to have become limited, now a mistaken identity has emerged. This mistaken identity is the sense of I. I am a man. I am a woman. I am Mr. So and so. I am Mrs. So and so. This identity comes. It is Brahman, nothing short of Brahman, the infinite Purna Brahman. Owing to the strange power of Maya, it considers itself to be a Jiva. And from then, because now it is experiencing itself to be incomplete, it suffers from an existential problem of incompleteness, apurnata. We are all experiencing this apurnata, and that is why the entire creation is restless. Why is this creation restless? Everybody is struggling to go back to its state of purnata, completeness. So the struggle is going on to become complete. The only thing is that we don't know in which direction to struggle. And then, because of this sense of incompleteness, we then have desire. We desire different objects of this creation with the belief that these objects, when experienced, it will make me complete. So all this struggle or all this restlessness which we see in the creation, human beings, animals, everybody is involved in that. It is all the struggle of that living creature to become complete, but it takes the form of one person or one creature running after the different objects of the world. All is the basic instinctual struggle to become complete, but the direction is wrong. Now, in this way, the infinite experiences incompleteness, limitedness, then it desires. Through desires, it works to get something, and it gets attached to those things which gives it pleasure. Now, this is the genesis of attachment. Attachment, the root of attachment lies in the mistaken identity of all of us. This mistaken identity is from where the whole problem starts. Vedanta puts it in a simple way: avidya, kama, karma. The root is avidya, ignorance about one's own true nature, which causes one to feel that I am incomplete. And because of this incompleteness, we have desire, we begin to work, we begin to act with selfishness and with attachment, and we get bound, and we become miserable. So this is the series of events which is happening in every jiva's life. Now let me give a small example in this case. Then it will become more clear perhaps. Just imagine there is an ocean, an infinite ocean. The ocean here stands for that Brahman, which is complete. Ocean is Purna. Somehow, owing to a strange power called Maya, if this ocean begins to think that it is a small wave, just imagine what a predicament it is. The infinite ocean, which is complete in itself, which is Purna, which doesn't need anything, that infinite ocean now, owing to a strange Maya, if it begins to think that it is a small wave, what a miserable thing it is. So first of all, there is a mistaken identity. The ocean begins to think that it is a small wave. The infinite now has become finite. the limitless appears to have become limited. Now, once this ocean considers itself to be a small wave, now this small wave, taking itself to be really a small wave, begins to chase other waves. It wants to grab every other wave, thinking that by grabbing and clinging to the other waves, it will become complete. And this grabbing, this selfish grabbing, and this selfish clinging, this selfish striving to possess the other waves, this is what takes the form of attachment. But this is the miserable state in which that ocean exists in this Vyavaharika world. So this is precisely what happens with all of us. Now, you see how the genesis of this attachment is in a mistaken identity. We do not know what is our true identity. From there starts this whole series of different events, which finally comes to this phenomenon called attachment, which connects us with misery.